I've heard of the expression Pandora's box before, but Pandora's vase?
All right, go ahead, rub it in.
Honey, this is just a little levity, just trying to joke a little bit, just trying to lighten you up.
Yeah, well, this is not a joke, Marco. I really messed things up this time.
You were just trying to help out a friend.
A ghost, remember?
Oh.
She was probably just part of my imagination. You never saw her.
Just because I didn't see her doesn't mean that you were hallucinating.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's a possibility. Viki could be right. I could have just been getting into it just the way I got into Ruby. Lord knows that was a disaster.
Don't listen to Viki on this. Just because we moved around a few bones, just because you happened to see the marriage certificate thing with Clint, this is a small thing. It isn't a disaster, all right?
Oh, yeah? Did you see how Clint jumped on Viki? She was devastated. And then Clint and Dad looked like they were going to kill each other. All because of me. They're all at war again.
Well, where's Roger?
He dropped me off.
Wasn't that sweet of him?
Yes, actually, it was, considering that you left me at the cemetery all alone.
You could have gotten a ride with your daughter. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I truly am. This is all my fault. I should have told you about my marriage to Roger as soon as I saw that marriage certificate in the box that came out of Eterna. I was stunned, though. I was very confused.
You don't have to explain it.
Darling, I want to explain it. I want you to understand that I never meant to deceive you. But when Roger told me everything that had happened,
I don't want to hear it. All I want is one promise from you.
What is it?
I want you to legally invalidate your marriage to Roger.
Get out of my way, Michael.
Give me that baby.
Better do what he says.
No, tell him to put away the gun. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
It's Max's choice. He either gives me Garrick and leaves peacefully, or Clem takes care of him.
Michael, please don't do this.
Shut up.
No, I will not put this child in any more danger.
Give me my son.
He's not your son. He's my brother's son. He belongs with Brenda, not you. So you can just step aside, or you can tell Clem to shoot me. It's up to you.
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
One life to live.
They're gone. Michael and Gabrielle have taken the baby and they left the country.
Max thinks Michael's in the building. He just doesn't know where Gabrielle is.
No, she's here. I know she's here.
She came here to save your baby, Brenda. If
She did not. She came here to convince Michael to go back with her, to leave the country and start a life together. That's the only way that she's going to avoid going to jail. Yeah, she doesn't give a damn about Max or my baby. She only cares about herself.
Well, Max trusts her.
Oh, how can anybody trust her? Especially Max.
So, any luck, Tyler?
No, even the back door's locked. Where's Pa?
He's over at the infirmary in case they try to escape that way. Did you check the outside stairs?
Yeah, there's a guy up on the landing holding a rifle.
Oh, I am so worried. I am so worried about the baby.
We gotta bust down the doors and find him. That's the only way, Larry. Come on, I'm not afraid of these guys.
Hey, we don't need any dead heroes around here, and creating more violence isn't the answer. We can't jeopardize Stephen's health or safety.
Okay, so what do we do?
I think we gotta call the cops.
No, we are not calling the
Why
cops.
not?
We are not, because if Gabrielle is here, they will arrest her for jumping bail. That's
What are you worried
why.
about her for? She stole your baby. She belongs in prison.
She's worried about Max. He put up the bail money for Gabrielle. If she's arrested, he loses the money.
I can't do that.
Brenda,
Larry,
honey,
I can't.
I don't think you have any choice.
Okay.
You go back to Llanfair and you tell Brenda that this is my son.
No, Michael. You know the truth. You know that this child belongs to Brenda. You wanted to do what was best for him. Living in Llanfair with Brenda is best for him, not a life on the run.
No, everyone now, calm down. Let's not shout. We don't want to upset the baby.
Now, you ain't giving me orders here, mister. No, you leave him be and you back off.
Pull him off, Michael. Come on.
He is here to protect Garrick.
Stephen. His name is Stephen, and he's not yours to love. And if you keep him, you'll be living a lie.
It's my life.
Michael, what kind of life is that? That's not a life that you want for him or for yourself. Eventually, he will find out the truth and he'll hate you. He will hate you as much as you hate me. He will never believe that you ever loved him.
He will. I will make him understand.
He'll understand that you kept him from the mother that loved him so much. Babies need and want their mothers, Michael. He'll never forgive you, and you'll never forgive yourself. Michael, if you love him, give him back his mother.
You know, Brenda's never going to give up. She'll haunt you to your dying days, and so will I. Is that what you want for the boy you say you love? Can you look him in the eyes and call him son when you know he's not? You stole him from his mother, and you're slowly but surely killing her. Is that the kind of man you are?
No. No. You are a very kind and generous man, and you love that child desperately. Michael, please. It's time to end the pain, don't you think?
I'm taking the boy downstairs.
No. I should be the one to take him. I'll give him to Brenda. But first I need some time alone with Gabrielle.
No. No deal. We all leave together.
It's all right, Max. We will be down shortly. Please. I'm gonna be just fine.
We're waiting right outside.
Is that asking too much from you?
No, it's not asking too much. It's just totally unnecessary. Our marriage was never valid.
You have a marriage certificate that says otherwise.
Darling, the paper doesn't mean a thing.
It means that a ceremony took place. And it means that you exchanged vows that you'd love each other forever.
The minister was from Eterna. I was underage, and God knows I didn't have my father's permission to get married, and it was right after that that I thought that Roger had died, and I turned into Nicky Smith.
You had enough time to consummate your marriage. That's when Megan was conceived, or so you told me.
And that's the truth. We spent one day as a married couple, and then Roger went back to Eterna, and then the explosion occurred, and then my father had the entire year wiped out of my memory. I didn't have a clue about what happened.
Well, you know it now. And so do I. I want the marriage legally dissolved, and I want it legally documented.
Are you worried that our marriage isn't valid?
As far as I'm concerned, it isn't. I don't want any legal problems with our estate, and I don't want any questions about the legitimacy of our children.
All right, fine. Then let's just stop all this nonsense about legal documentation. We will simply burn the copy of the marriage certificate that came out of the crypt. We will forget that Roger and I ever exchanged vows. There is no record. There'll never be any kind of legal complications. And we will bury that incident along with the rest of my past.
This isn't the past, Viki. It's the present. And I can't just forget it.
Darling, you and I are the present. We are, and we love each other. You've adopted Joe Riley's children. Legally, we have a child. Together, you and I. I do not understand why you are being so childish about this.
Childish? I find out that my wife is married to another man and you accuse me of being childish?
Why don't you shout a little louder, then the whole house will hear you.
Well, I'm sorry if you find my behavior a little childish, but I'm fighting for our future here, Viki.
No, our future is not at stake. It never was. You are blowing this whole incident way out of proportion because of some ridiculous notion that I still love Roger.
Well, if the notion is so ridiculous, why don't you dissolve the ridiculous marriage?
There is nothing to dissolve. We are not legally married.
Well, I think there is something to dissolve. And if you love me, if you don't want to damage our marriage, then you'll do it, Viki.
I can't make this decision on my own.
Oh, of course not. You have to get an okay from your husband.
Clint, Oh, Clint. I've caused a lot of problems between Viki and Clint, and I have to do something to try and solve them.
Well, let them work out their own problems. If Clint hadn't seen the marriage certificate this afternoon, he'd have found it another time, another way. It would have come up.
I don't believe that.
Problems have a way of surfacing on their own. It's like a law of nature or something. They do. They always do.
Fine. So this secret has come out, and I've got to do something to try and repair the damage.
Yeah, you have to do something about it. Stay out of it. Let them figure it out on their own and take care of it on their own.
We're talking about my mother and father here.
We're talking about Clint, too. Honey, you don't want to get in the middle of Clint and Viki. You're just going to end up being very hurt.
There's got to be something that I can do.
Yes, there is something you can do.
What?
You can come with me to the flag house.
What for?
Well, to check it out. To just see if anything's changed. It will be a groovy, happening experience. Aren't you curious?
Yeah, I'm a little curious.
Well, shall we go over there?
I don't know how I put up with this. I really don't.
It's tough, ain't it?
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Well, so the cops are on the way now.
Yeah, it'll take a little while.
What do you mean a little while? Don't they know that this is a life and death situation here?
Oh, there, Brenda. The nearest police station's 30 minutes away.
I can't. What? No, I gotta get up. I have to plead with Michael to give my baby back to me.
It's too dangerous.
That child is so close to being back with me. I can't just sit around and not do anything right now.
I'm just asking you to be calm, be objective.
What, like you were when I told you that Gabrielle had switched the children in the first place? Damn it, if you had listened to me and had done something instead of sitting around, we wouldn't be standing in this godforsaken... I am sorry.
No.
I am so sorry.
No, don't you apologize. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for downing you, Brenda.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want you to feel that way. You have done so much for me, and I am so grateful for that. It's just that I'm so close. I just can't lose my baby now.
You're not going to lose him. I promise you that. Listen, I got an idea. We can't stop Michael from leaving if he wants to, and we certainly can't take over against these guys with the guns. But there's a whole saloon full of people over there who might help us.
Yeah, and they all work for Michael Grant.
Well, we'll win them over to our side. Make them see what's at stake here. Maybe they'll help us keep him from leaving.
Well, they seem like pretty decent folks to me, Brent. It's worth a shot.
Okay.
All right, you two wait here, and I'll go over there and see if I can get their support.
Larry.
What?
I love you. I love you so much.
I love you too, kid.
You know, we have children for all the wrong reasons. Seeking immortality, trying to validate our existences, trying to save a marriage. But then the baby's born, and we hold it. And we know the simple fact that it is a gift from God. Twist here is, I guess, you're Brenda's gift, not mine.
Michael, I know that you're hurting. And I'm so sorry. All I ever wanted was to make you happy, to give you hope.
You didn't give a damn about me, and you know it.
That's not true. When Alicia died, I was certain that you were going to take your own life. I promised her that I would take care of you.
You know what I think? Of Alicia's deathbed plea? I don't think it ever happened. I think you made it up so that you could be close to me.
I would never lie about something like that.
Done nothing but lie to me from the very beginning. Max rejected you. So you thought you'd go after my money. If it took a lot of lying to do it, what the hell? And then later, if it meant taking a baby from his rightful mother, what the hell? As long as you got what you wanted.
No, that's not true. I loved you. Everything I did was for you.
Every time that I held you in my arms and told you that I loved you, you were thinking of Max, weren't you?
That's not true. Michael, I don't ever expect you to forgive me. But you have got to understand that I did this to protect you because I loved you.
You have stripped me of my dignity, my pride, and my love. And you have left me with one burning desire, to make you suffer as much as I'm suffering right now. I vow, in your presence, to do everything in my power to see that you don't have another happy moment in your life.
Alicia died because of Austin's desire for revenge. But you're not that kind of a man. Now, your life may seem very bleak and hopeless right now, but your grief, it won't last forever.
That's right, because the more you suffer, the more my grief will dissipate. Believe me, you are not going to win out in this.
Win. Take a look at me. Does this look like a winner? You know, among other things, I did jump bail to come and find you out here, which means when I get back and go on trial, they're going to lock me away for a very long time. My mother can't bear me. I don't have any friends.
You have Max, don't you?
No. Max is here for this child, not for me.
Another lie. Another lie. I know he wasn't trying to rape you when I walked in on you. He wants you as much as you want him.
No. Max wanted me to confess the truth about the baby. That's all he wanted. And when I decided to be honest with you and Brenda, I also decided to be honest about everything else in my life as well. I have no delusions about Max. I know that I have lost his respect and any chance that he would ever love me again. I have also probably lost any ties to my very own son, but hey, I'm going to prison. I wouldn't be able to see him anyway.
Well, you've always bounced back in the past, haven't you?
Not this time.
I'm gonna make sure you don't.
You couldn't do anything that'd be any worse than the punishment that I am about to receive. Now, I am so sorry. Sorrier than you'll ever know for the sins that I have committed against you. But you can take some comfort in the fact that you were a wonderful father. You loved him completely. Michael, remember that love that you shared with him? It will ease your pain. Oh, God, believe me, because I know.
Michael, we can't keep Brenda waiting.
I need a minute with him alone.
I'll wait downstairs.
flowers.
Ooh! Don't touch the flowers. Probably noxious fumes will emanate from the flowers.
Shut up, you idiot. Not fumes. It's perfume. Now just breathe this all in. Enjoy it.
Ah! The flowers are getting me. They're choking
Marco,
me.
did you tell anybody that we moved Lana's body into the Lord family crypt?
No, why would I tell anybody that?
So where did all these flowers come from?
Well, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Take a look at this room.
Yeah, well, what am I looking at?
Remember what you told me about this house when we were at the cemetery? What'd you call it?
I don't know. What?
Dingy.
So?
So it's not anymore, is it? It's clean and bright.
Yeah, so?
So houses have personalities as well. And I think now that Lana's spirit has been put to rest, this house has taken on its own personality when Lana was alive.
Oh, yeah, you think now. The house is at one with itself.
There you go.
There you go. So the flowers just appear spontaneously because Lana's spirit, like, I don't think I buy that, Toots.
All right, Mr. Realist, how do you explain all of this?
I don't want to explain. Why don't we get out of here and take a look at the rest of the house, okay? Let's
No, I want to stay and appreciate these flowers. Can't we do that?
Honey, we saw this room. I think we should just go and look around the rest of the house.
Okay, fine. You go and check it out. I'll stay.
Okay? If I run into anybody out there or something, I'll holler.
Okay.
Okay. Shall return.
Marco? Lana.
Hello, my dear. Welcome back to my home. Do you like the flowers?
Yes, they're beautiful.
Randolph sent me a bouquet every day as a reminder of our love for each other.
Well, he must have been a very kind and thoughtful man.
You have been very kind and thoughtful, too. I hope you'll stay as long as you like.
Thank you. I would enjoy that. I would like to get to know you a little better.
I'd like that as well, but it isn't possible, Megan. This is the last time that we shall ever meet.
Go to court? Force your past into the public so the national intruder can turn it into headlines? He can't be serious.
I'm afraid he is very serious.
My God, Victoria, the man has totally lost it. How can you even consider talking to a lawyer?
Look, I was just as shocked and angry as you when I first heard it. But I forced myself to look at the situation from his point of view.
Selfishly? With no regard for your children or my children or the rest of the family?
Roger, please, just hear me out, all right?
I'm sorry.
Look, you were my first love. I had a child by you.
Well, it's hardly a crime. Clint had a first love, too, as well as a child by the woman.
Yes, that's true. But I never told him about you. And then you came back into my life, and suddenly there he was, faced with not only the reality of our relationship, but with your presence here in town. I mean, it's not really surprising that he felt threatened and needed to be reassured. And then he discovered that we had exchanged marriage vows. Can't you understand why he's behaving the way he is?
Look, I'm sick of understanding Clint. I've had it up to here with tiptoeing around his delicate ego.
Roger.
No. You just hear me out, Victoria. Now, we have bent over backwards to accommodate this man. I even considered leaving town. Leaving my daughter so he wouldn't feel threatened. Well, I'm damn glad I didn't go away because my leaving wouldn't have mattered at all. One mention of my name and he would have been whining and complaining, making you prove to him that you love him.
We did exchange vows.
Yes, but we agreed that they weren't valid. If he loved you and he trusted you, he'd forget the whole damn thing.
Actually, he's just concerned about the legal ramifications.
Yes, well, he should be concerned about you. Why should you have to suffer the embarrassment and the humiliation of the publicity this will generate? Why should you have to suffer because of his ego?
Perhaps we can keep the publicity to a minimum.
We're going to keep it to zero because I won't let him get away with this. I'm sure you can't invalidate our marriage without my cooperation, and I won't cooperate.
I'm sorry. Have I offended you?
Oh, no. Quite the contrary. You've been a true and wonderful friend.
But you said that I would never see you again.
You gave me the peace that I spent years searching and longing for. Now that I've been laid to rest next to my dear love, I must leave this place forever. I shall be grateful to you, Megan. Thank you for eternity.
Wait, Lana, wait. I have all these questions about the afterlife. You're the only one that can answer them for me. Have you finally had a chance to see Randolph?
Oh, Megan, dear Megan. There are certain mysteries in this great universe and the worlds beyond that can only be unfolded when the time is right for you to know and understand them. Have patience and faith, and all will be revealed.
That's my problem. I don't have any patience.
Neither did I when I was your age, but it comes in time. You'll see.
Well, can you at least tell me about your time in limbo, how that happened to you, why you spent so much time there? It seems so unfair.
A burden that has been lifted is a burden forgotten.
But you've been in pain all these years.
It seems like only hours now. But let's get back to earthly things and the burden you carry in your heart.
What burden?
In trying to help me, I'm afraid that you've endangered your own happiness. Make haste and grasp the love that is slipping away from you.
Slipping away? Well, is it lost forever? What should I do?
Well, if your love is important enough, you must fight for it, my dear.
Will it be ever as it was before?
If you want it to be.
Well, what should I do? What should I say?
Follow your heart, and you will do the right thing. Farewell, my dear. Be happy.
Roger, please don't make this more difficult for me now.
It's Clint who's being difficult. I'm just trying to protect you and my daughters.
Look, I grant you he is being rather unreasonable.
He's behaving like a jealous fool. And a childish one. He's punishing you for you giving your love to someone else, even though it happened 25 years ago.
No, he's hurt, and he needs my support now. I cannot deny him that.
Well, I can, and I will.
Roger, I know you don't like him, and I know you don't like what he's doing. But I love him. And we have been very, very fortunate. We've had a lot more happiness in our marriage than we have had heartache. And the problems that we have had have somehow managed to strengthen our love and our marriage. Now, in the past, we've always been able to compromise to resolve our difficulties. But it is simply not possible to compromise now. Please, Roger, please, I beg of you as a friend, please help me.
So strange. Two of us. You're not mine. But because I thought you were, and I was able to go on living without Alicia. I don't want this to end. But we have to say goodbye. Yeah, I know. I don't want to either. You're going to be called Stephen, and you'll be living in a strange place. But I promise you, I will always love you, and I will always think of you as my son. And you will always be a part of my life.
Max, is everything okay? Is the baby all right? Just tell me that the baby's fine.
Baby's fine. Look, I know I made you a promise that I would bring him to you.
But Michael won't give him up, will he? I knew this was too good to be true.
Brenda, Michael knows the baby belongs with you. He just wanted a minute to say goodbye. And then he's going to bring him to you himself.
And this isn't a trick? And he hasn't run out the back door with my baby?
Hey, trust me, I got you this far, haven't I? Brenda, it's over. It is finally over.
You are incredible! I just and everything. You never, ever, ever doubted me. You always knew that that baby was mine, no matter what anybody said. I don't know how I'm ever going to thank you, Max.
Brenda, listen, I did what I could, but the real credit belongs to Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Yes. Listen. She forced him to listen, and she convinced him that the baby belongs with you. If she hadn't risked everything to follow him, Michael and your son would be taking up a new life somewhere else.
Are you saying that my daughter ought to forgive Gabrielle for taking her baby?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that when you're holding Stephen in your arms, the least she deserves is a thank you.
Has it ever occurred to you that Clint will never totally trust your love, that no matter what you do or say, he will always be finding reasons for you to prove it over and over again?
No. No, this is a special situation. I think this would unnerve anyone, even you. Please, I need your help on this.
Okay. If you want the annulment or whatever, I'll agree to it. I think it's asking for a lot of trouble you don't need, but if you're determined, I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Thank you.
I just want you to know I'm doing this for you, not Clint.
I think I know that. Do you know Colin Wiley, my attorney?
No.
He's a rather quiet, powerful kind of a wheeler-dealer, rather in the tradition of my father.
My God, you just struck a note of terror in my heart. But if he's on our side, I suppose...
He will be. And maybe he can even manage to have the record sealed so there won't be any publicity at all about this.
Yes, well, I think that'd be best for everybody.
Roger, I really am going to make this as painless for you as I can.
I don't care how it affects me. You're the one I'm concerned about.
I'm going to be okay. I have a very good friend that I can lean on. I really am very grateful to you for all your support. I don't know how I'd manage without it.
Megan!
Oh! God! What is wrong with you?
Don't you ever do that to me again! God, you almost gave me a heart attack. This house is getting to me. Look, I looked all over the house. I looked everywhere. There's nobody here. I called the Flag Society, and they didn't leave any flowers.
Yes, I know.
What do you mean you know?
Lana gave them to us as an appreciation for everything that we've done for her.
How do you figure?
She told me she was here.
She was?
Yes, I talked to her. She looked very beautiful. She was very happy.
I think maybe you better go get some oxygen. The flowers here are causing the fumes to hallucinate.
I'm not hallucinating, Marco. Now, I saw her. It was very, well, it was very touching. It was very educational.
How was it educational?
She told me something that I should never forget.
Which was?
That I shouldn't let love slip away. That it's something that is very precious and that I should hang on to.
She told you that in those exact words?
Well, maybe not those exact words.
Well,
no.
it doesn't matter. Never mind. Just as long as you understand. I've been waiting so long for this, I hardly know what to say. I'm so glad you finally come to your senses. It's very important to me that we'll be able to discuss this and that you and I be able to, well...
No, Marco, I don't think you understand.
What? I understand. I'm the love of your life. You understand that. You've spoken to Lana, and it's all clear to you.
No, not you. Max. She told me that I was in great danger of losing him if I didn't do something right now. So that's exactly what I intend to do. I'm going to go find him and make sure that he forgets all about Gabrielle.
Wait a minute. She told you that you were in great danger of losing Max? She told you Max?
Well, Marco, you've known all along how I feel about Max.
But I thought that you would change. At least I was hoping that your intelligence would get the best of you sooner or later. This wasn't going to continue for
My heart has
eternity.
always belonged to Max. It always will.
So you said.
Well, can we be friends?
Yeah, we're already friends. Yeah, we can be friends. We've already said this. We've gone through this before. We're friends. We'll still be friends. It's nice.
Okay. So I think we've done everything we need to do here. Yeah. We go?
Yeah, we've done everything we need to do here.
Let's go. I can't go yet, though. The noxious fumes from the flowers are causing me to want to stay here for, like, another minute by myself.
Okay. I'll call you.
Marco, what? How could you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry for what? You think an apology now is going to take care after what you did to me?
What are you...
I gave you specific instructions. You were supposed to follow them. What, are you too stupid to follow them? Was that it?
You can't talk to me this way. I did exactly what you wanted me to. I had your notes written right down.
You have them written somewhere. Well, why didn't you read them? You were supposed to tell her that I was the love of her life, but did you mention my name? No, you didn't mention my name even once. You go ahead and you tell her that Max is the love of her life. Max, what is that supposed to do? I thought I was hiring a professional. Right, I bought flowers, I gave you money. Oh, speaking of money, a lot of good that... Here, you take this money, you get out of here. If you think I'm ever going to hire you again, you got rocks in your
I don't know what you're ranting and raving about. But I had a flat tire on the way over here. This is the first time I've set foot in this room.
You didn't talk to Megan?
No! I swear. I learned the lines exactly as you wanted me to. I wouldn't have disappointed you.
Look, I'm sorry if there's been some hard... Look, it has to be a terrible
Wait, Marco. If I didn't talk to Megan, then who did? You know, I'm not saying that I believe in ghosts, but just in case, I'm getting out of here.
Thank you, Colin. I will. Bye. He can see us in about an hour.
Fine. Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize that you were busy.
Roger has agreed to cooperate, so we're going to see Colin in about an hour. He's going to draw up some papers.
Oh, good. I'll clear my schedule.
Oh, darling, you don't really have to be there.
I don't mind at all.
I do.
You butt out.
What's your problem, Clint? Afraid Viki will change her mind once the lawyer tells her that this is a waste of time and money?
Roger, please don't.
Since this affects me...
Contrary to your selfish belief, it doesn't. It affects Victoria and me, period.
Why don't I meet you at Colin's office, all right? In an hour. It's in the Lord Building on Llanfair Boulevard.
I'd like a word with Clint alone. Will you excuse us?
Roger, the whole point of the meeting with Colin is to put all this dissension behind us.
I understand, but I'd like to get a few things straight with Clint first.
Okay, hotshot. Let's hear it.
You're obviously proud of yourself, having forced Victoria into the annulment. But you're walking a thin line here, mister. And you better open your eyes before a lot of people get hurt. You have no reason to feel insecure of me or jealous of me or any other man. Victoria loves you more than life itself.
You don't know a damn thing about me or my marriage, so mind your own business and stay the hell out of our lives.
You better learn to appreciate your good fortune and treat your wife with the love and respect she deserves. You're going to lose her. And it'll be nobody's fault but your own.
Thanks, what's going on? Michael's agreed to give the baby back.
Well, where is he? Where's the baby?
He's upstairs. He just wanted a moment to say goodbye.
Oh, my God, where's my baby?
He'll be down shoot soon, I promise.
Your promises aren't worth much, lady.
No, I suppose not. Brenda, I want to say I'm sorry. It doesn't mean much, but I want to say I'm sorry. And if I could turn back the clock, I would.
Sure you would now that you're facing a prison term.
Gabrielle,
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling, my darling. Oh, let me see you. Oh, Stephen. Hi. Hi, baby. God, do you know how many times I have dreamt of this? And how I have prayed to hold you in my arms. Oh, I have. But that ordeal is behind us now. It is all behind us now. It is over. And I swear on my life to you, baby, no one is ever going to separate us again.